called an awkward silence.
I'm comfortable with awkward silence. What happened in the second half? You guys didn't get anything going. Did they change anything defensively? What they're doing first?
No, I mean, I'm very, very proud of our defense, how they played. I mean, they stood up over and over again. We had guys limping on and off the field and going out there and making plays. We had calls overturned that looked like one thing became another. They stood up. They continued to fight. In my opinion, we didn't give up a touchdown in that game. And like I said, I'm really proud of the defense. Our offense, I mean, we just have to be better. I mean, we made some plays at the end of the half. We made some plays to start the game. But, we just have to be a little more consistent.
You had some animated conversations with the officials, particularly on that one where you couldn't tell if he got in or not from the one. How do you deal with that when the game kind of starts like that?
Hey, I've been very much in control of my emotions. This game, though, I mean, there were just so many critical calls that were game-changing calls in this game that, again, just being around football my whole life, coaching a long time, that, you're looking at it live and saying it's one thing and then it becomes another. I mean, the calls just came at critical times, and you have to overcome those. And we didn't do it. The defense did. I mean, the defense fought and gave us a chance to have the ball at the end of the game. Got a critical stop at the end of the game, and we just didn't make enough plays to win. So hats off to Birmingham and what they were able to do. But again, a couple critical self-inflicted penalties. The personal foul, particularly, because we had them in a 3rd and 10 and on a drive that they ended up scoring a touchdown, and we can't do things to hurt ourselves.
You mentioned it was a brutal game, a lot of injuries. I think it's the first time I've seen somebody be carted off and
come back.
Play. You guys were able to kind of battle through all that, though.
Hey, the number one thing I told my guys is I love this group of guys because of that. Like I said, I mean, I'm standing on the sideline seeing guys laying flat on their back, and Reeves, that we're worried it's a catastrophic injury, and he gets up, comes off the sideline, he goes back and plays. Matt Burrell, like you said, gets carted off, and now I see him go by me with a brace on. I mean, how can you not love these guys? I mean, they gave everything they had to try to win that game. But the key is that game cannot define us as a group. I mean, we're 2-2. It's a very short season, very small margin of error. That one hurt us, but we can't let it define us as a team. And how we come back and respond will be very critical. But there hasn't been one thing about my team that I haven't felt really good about. There's not, other than doing a couple dumb things occasionally, from a just self-control standpoint. I really love this group, and I said it can't define us. I mean, if we let it define us, we won't have a chance to be playing at the end.
Coach, you talked about players leaving and coming back. What does that say about the culture of your group?
I can't say it enough. I love this group. I mean, that's every day. It's not just the games. I mean, I enjoy every single minute I get to spend with these guys. They're hungry. They want it so badly. They're emotional, but that's what we're trying to continue to work on, is play with passion and emotion, but don't be emotional during the game. Now, I'm the last one that can speak because, I lost my mind a couple times. I was like old Todd. I was like Kansas City Todd. I can't do that. I've been happy, clapping, patting everybody on the back, but today I lost it a little bit, and I can't allow that to happen to me either.
All right, from the Zoom audience, any questions?
Yeah, I have one. This is Ike with the USFL Network. Coach, the crowd environment, do you feel that that affects play at all?
I was a little worried about it coming in. I mean, we had noise throughout our week of practice. Our kickers have a giant boom box, so they bought extension cords and brought them out to practice every day. But, it may affect the ebb and flow of the game a little bit because it's one-sided. But I think our guys handled it very well. I mean, it comes down to executing, fundamentals, doing your job, and we just didn't do quite enough of that, and we had a lot to overcome, and we didn't overcome enough.
We've got time for one more
Thanks.
question from the Zoom if there are any more. Okay, terrific. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.